Seeing someone like Belle heal themselves through food, it made me feel like this was the answer to everything that I had been looking for.
A young, beautiful woman gets given the terrible news she has inoperable brain cancer. Except you didn't have brain cancer.
No, I didn't.
A great big lie. She doesn't have cancer, never did.
Hi guys, welcome back to another video. So I saw this story and I was like, bruh. I feel like more people need to know about this because it is absolutely insane. Like, this girl's crazy. In today's video, I'm going to be kind of explaining the whole situation revolving around Belle Gibson, which is an Instagram influencer who lied about having cancer.
What?
And lied about multiple other things. Make sure to like and subscribe and let me know if you like these kinds of videos because, I don't know, these are like my favorite videos to watch and maybe I'll start doing more of these on my channel. We'll see. And also check out my merch. I'll leave the link in the description, so go check it out. And yeah, let's get into it. So Belle Gibson is an Australian Instagram influencer slash like wellness blogger. So when I tried to look for her Instagram account, it is actually deleted. But apparently she had like over 300,000 followers and she is 29 years old. But the thing is, it's like she doesn't even know how old she is. In an interview that I watched on 60 Minutes, she said she's 26.
Well, actually, how old are you?
I believe that I'm 26.
But then she said she was 23.
Currently, then, according to those documents, you're 23.
Correct.
It's like, girl, when were you born? You weren't born 3 times. So I don't really know how old she is. And she also apparently has a son. She had her son at like 18, according to her, but who knows how true that is. So basically her whole presence online was about she's a teen mom with brain cancer, didn't need chemotherapy, and she kind of cured her brain cancer through eating healthy foods. So in 2013, she came out with a book and an app called The Whole Pantry, and basically she had a book deal with Penguin Books and the app was on the App Store. So I didn't read the whole book, but I found a few pages online, and in the beginning of the book it gives like her whole story and like, you know, how she was diagnosed with cancer. So in the beginning of her book it says that Belle Gibson is an inspirational young mother and businesswoman committed to making the world a better place. Diagnosed with terminal brain cancer at the age of 20, she found herself without support and out of sync with conventional medicine. This is some good stuff. When Belle decided to share her journey on Instagram, her message clearly resonated. She created the Whole Pantry app with a vision to provide a motivating and supportive resource filled with delicious recipes, wellness guides, and lifestyle support. Belle's aim is to change the world by nourishing ourselves, each other, and the earth. Wow, that's so inspirational. Except it's all a lie. And in her book, she says that she was diagnosed at the age of 20 in June 2009. This is what she wrote. I had a stroke at work. I will never forget sitting alone in the doctor's office 3 weeks later, waiting for my test results. He called me in and said, "You have malignant brain cancer, Belle. You're dying. You have 6 weeks, 4 months tops." I remember a suffocating, choking feeling and then not much else.
Child.
So here in the book, she wrote that she went to a doctor's office and got diagnosed. But in an interview with 60 Minutes, she says that this guy called Mark Johns came to her house, put some machines, ran some tests, and said she had a stage 4 brain tumor. So did you go to a doctor's office or did someone come to your house? Like, which one is it? Like, the interviewer in the 60 Minutes Australia interview said that, why did you, like which one is it? Did you go to a doctor's office or did the doctor come to you? Belle responded saying that, oh, like she lied in the book because it seemed more like the right way. like to go to a doctor and get diagnosed instead of some guy coming to your house.
Being open and telling people the way that it happened would not be understood.
Like, she literally asked that like a question.
So you lied because you feared you wouldn't be believed. Is that what you're saying?
It's not what I'm saying.
Keep that all in mind, because the next page in the book, it says, what do you think it was about your Instagram post that attracted so many followers? And here's what she said. Authenticity and integrity. It really is that simple. Too many people over-edit themselves. There's not enough honesty out there. Sis. Okay, so here's the thing. After this guy came to her house and said she had a brain tumor and 4 months to live, like apparently 4 months went by, she was fine, and she wasn't sure if she had a brain tumor, so she went to have a brain scan in 2011, and apparently the brain scan said she was fine. But here's the thing. This was 2 years before she started her whole online presence thing in the app.
Wait a damn minute.
She literally had a scan, a brain scan, that said she didn't have a brain tumor. And this was 2 years before she started her online thing saying, oh, she had a brain tumor and was eating clean, healthy foods and cured her cancer that way. What? This girl is crazy.
It was in 2010 that I went to the Alfred initially.
It was actually 2011. And a neurologist in a 40-minute face-to-face consultation tells Belle her brain scans are normal.
She knew she didn't have cancer, but at the time, she believed she had cancer. Like, she, in her heart, like, she knew she had cancer. Even though there was a brain scan that said she didn't have cancer. It was almost like she wanted to have cancer, so she, like, could do this whole online presence thing. And if that wasn't bad enough, she also didn't just lie about having a brain tumor, a stroke. She also lied about having like multiple heart surgeries, and she even says she like died momentarily like 2 times while she was being operated on. Sis.
You had 3 heart operations. You suffered 2 cardiac arrests. You died twice on the operating table. You had a stroke.
She's like, that so happened to me. It was so tragic.
And you were diagnosed with an inoperable brain tumour and given 4 months to live.
Correct.
She like can't keep eye contact. She's like, correct. That totally happened.
Late teens, and I was going through a lot of emotional trauma and a lot of abuse at the time.
I was going through a lot of emotional trauma, so I thought it would be a good idea to lie about having cancer and a stroke and all of this stuff.
What sort of abuse?
Let me think real quick.
Someone who was really prominent during my childhood was stalking me.
So, yeah, that's normal. Someone is stalking you and then you decide to lie about having cancer. Yeah, I totally see the correlation.
I stopped the chemotherapy for various reasons.
Why you always lying?
I didn't know
Truth, Belle, truth.
Tara.
And if you thought, wow, she lied about so many things, there's more. In July 2014, she announced to all of her Instagram supporters that she was diagnosed with 4 more cancers. Specifically, she said that it's in my blood, spleen, brain, uterus, and liver. Was 1 not enough? Was the stroke not enough? Was the like dying on the operating bed not enough? Was the multiple heart surgeries not enough? But she was like, ooh, what else? Oh, I just have 4 more cancers. The guy who apparently, like, she said that told her that she had these 4 more cancers, came out and said that he never, like, said that. and he wasn't even like a professional medical doctor or whatever, and said she was lying. So Belle even says that the medical expert that like told her she had cancer duped her, like tricked her and made her believe that she had cancer when she really doesn't. And she pretty much blames it on the fact that she was going through a lot of emotional trauma. And here's the next part. Belle was claiming that she had to, you know, look after her and her autistic brother like from the age of 5 because the mom like neglected them. And the mom came out, the mom's name is Natalie Del Bello. She came out and like denied this. Obviously, by showing her like miracle story, she went viral and got all of these fans, and all of these, you know, people were like, this is amazing, like she didn't need chemo and medication, she just ate healthy and cured her cancer, and there's rainbows everywhere, yay, no cancer.
And if I need to eat that food to look like that, I'm gonna do it.
Because Belle was claiming to have cured her cancer and not need chemotherapy and not need traditional medicine, but instead was like eating healthy and that cured her cancer, people were like, obviously, like that's a miracle, like. And then people with actual cancer was like following her and mirroring her lifestyle and not taking their medication and not doing their chemotherapy, instead eating healthy and thinking that would cure their cancer. That's just insane. In 2013, there's this girl named Kylie, and she was diagnosed with lymphoma and was undergoing chemotherapy. And one day someone said to her like, oh, do you know this like wellness blogger, Instagrammer, Belle Gibson? And she didn't know who she was, but she like did a quick Instagram search and found her and was like mesmerized by how the fact that she didn't need chemo and instead just ate healthy foods and cured her cancer. Kylie even said that Belle was the ultimate goal. Said that Belle was beautiful and that she was successful, and was so inspired by, you know, Belle and her story. Kylie then bought Belle's cookbook and the app, the whole pantry. And this book was backed up by one of like the biggest publishers, Penguin, and the app was backed up by Apple. And there's so many people who trusted her, and so many people who could have gotten, like, probably did get seriously sicker by like rejecting their chemotherapy to eat healthy foods instead, because they saw someone on Instagram doing that. There's another girl called Maxine who was also really young, and she's from the UK, and she saw this, got the app, got the book, and followed this because, you know, you want to cure your cancer, obviously. So she rejected like the therapy and the traditional medicine and followed these recipes that Belle was writing in her book and eating healthy and hoping for a miracle, like how Belle said that she had.
Immediately after I was diagnosed, I was put on a whole bunch of medication, including steroids. I kind of experienced some of the physical side effects that come from steroids, such as weight gain, bloating of the face. Seeing someone like Belle heal themselves through food made me feel hopeful. It made me feel like this was the answer to everything that I had been looking for.
She told BBC Three it reinforced this ridiculous belief in my head that you didn't need meds in order to manage the condition. So she genuinely believed this girl. Said, I got really into the whole diet side of things and adopted a plant-based diet where I cut out loads of supposedly toxic ingredients. And Maxine said that the more she chased the perfect diet that wellness presented, the more unwell she got, and the more she kept blaming herself for not being perfect enough. So her health was literally getting worse than it was before. And on 60 Minutes, it says that she had like a close connection with this family who had a son who had like cancer, and basically she got close to this family so she could get information about like the symptoms that their child was having with cancer, so she could use it for like to make her story seem more realistic. That's so messed up.
The Schwartz family believed and befriended Belle. Sadly, their 7-year-old son Joshua does have terminal brain cancer. They believe that you pumped them for information about their son's symptoms so you could take them on as your own.
That family was one that I did have little interaction with.
That's not how they describe it. They say you cried with, they cried with you cried with them, your children played together.
I understand.
Girl. So then there was a reporter named Richard Guyat. I don't know how to say that. He started an investigation on her.
I came across Belle Gibson's claims online and I was just immediately intrigued by them. Just was immediately suspicious about her claim about this brain tumour. You just don't live with something like that for 5 years without having some kind of treatment.
So then Belle responded, pretty much told this reporter that if he continues his investigation that something dark would happen. And this same reporter interviewed her and he said that she was a very fragile person and she didn't have like a very good grip on reality. You don't say.
The thing that you first notice about Belle Gibson is that she just doesn't look sick at all. Like she's a picture of glowing health.
So then the lying continues. Sis be like Pinocchio, like that nose probably like out here. In March 2015, Belle was exposed for lying about donating money to charity from like the profits she made from her book and app. So from her book and app, apparently she received like $440,000 and only ended up like donating like $10,000 when she was supposed to donate much more than that. And there was a financial analysis that said that she spent like $91,000 between 2017 and 2019 on clothes, cosmetics, and holidays. So instead of donating that money that she told her fans that she was donating to charity, she was spending it for herself.
Doubts were raised when she failed to deliver a promised $300,000 to charity.
I knew we had to publish immediately. We couldn't sit on what we had anymore.
There have been a number of charities Belle has pledged money to which have not seen a cent, and there are disputed donations of up to $300,000. Her deception was exposed. In March this year, the act was up, and she's been trying to lie her way out of it ever since.
This can't be real, surely not. And then as I think it started to sink in, that's when the doubt creeped in and people thought, okay, maybe she actually did lie.
I felt incredibly gullible that I had fallen for something that could so easily have been disproven and was disproven. How could I be so stupid?
This should teach people, don't believe everything you see on the internet. It's all fake, especially Instagram. Instagram is like so fake. So just like, oh my god, don't believe anything you see. It was like she was taking advantage of these like people with cancer, and like obviously these people are like dying, like they have an illness. They're gonna want to do everything they can to feel better and like be healthier. So when they see this person on Instagram that says they cured their cancer through eating healthy, like something so simple, they're obviously gonna want to try it. And it's just like crazy like how she thought that was okay to do. Like that's so messed up. In September 2017, the Australian government fined her like $410,000 and now she owes like over like $500,000 in fines and penalties, and like apparently she couldn't like afford to pay it, so her house recently was raided And yeah, because she couldn't, like, she didn't pay the fines. So guys, that is it for today's video. Hopefully you found it interesting, and I just wanted to kind of raise awareness to this case because I don't feel enough people are talking about it. Make sure to like and subscribe for all the effort that I put into this video. I did so much research, so please like the video and let me know if you want to see more like this. And don't forget to check out my merch. I'll leave the link in the description. And yeah, I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!